Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful checkout page on your WordPress website using basically the Gutenberg editor and a plugin called Fluent Forms. If you're not familiar with Fluent Forms, it goes hand in hand with a CRM plugin called Fluent CRM, and they work together natively in WordPress to give you an email marketing platform, forms, and even the ability to take simple payments, one-time payments, recurring membership payments, donations. You can create payment plans, all sorts of things. It's pretty robust, and you basically just connect it with Stripe, and it can replace your typical funnel building software checkout pages and give you a nice streamlined, lightweight way to sell your services or your digital products, as long as you don't need a complicated e-commerce store where people are adding multiple things to their cart and then going to checkout. And I'm just going to show you here on my personal webpage. And I'm going to start by going to a existing one that I already have built. So this is a workshop that I did recently, and you can see that what I have here is a pretty simple but slick looking checkout page that looks very official and very clean. And as long as I'm using Fluent CRM as my client management tool and my email marketing platform, it's a really simple way natively in WordPress to take payments and basically manage my clients. And you can see the first thing you'll notice is that this image here is broken. I imported this from another website. This was basically a Stripe logo, and I put that there to help people recognize that this is an official checkout page that they can trust. Those types of things are usually helpful, but you can see I've got this really clean looking button. It says pay now, $47. We've got the terms of use and privacy policy agreement, and basically just a very simple, streamlined, official looking checkout form here, and a very simple checkout page with some testimonials and a money-back guarantee. And you can do this very easily in WordPress with the Gutenberg editor. I am going to edit the page that I've already made just to show you what I've got going on here. I basically have a row with two columns. I use the Cadence theme and some of the Cadence blocks plugins, but maybe you use Astra and you use their blocks, or maybe you use the regular Gutenberg blocks or Generate blocks. There's a couple others that are really good out there. What you need here is two columns, super simple. And then you add your Fluent form over here on the right and your information for your workshop here on the left. And the most important things you're probably going to want to see is, starting from scratch, if I'm going to create a new checkout page, is we're going to do a checkout page. What I have here is, by default, I have the narrow format. I think that makes things look a little bit cleaner. And then you're going to want to start with a row. If you use another plugin software, whatever your primary container is that allows you to choose two columns, make this side a little bit smaller. And then we're just going to start with a heading. We'll do this. The checkout page. And then we're going to do awesome subheading. And then list 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and so on. Then we're going to go here, and if you have Fluent Forms installed, you just click Fluent Forms and you select the form that you want to use. Now, as far as styling the form, we're going to go over here. I have Fluent Forms Pro. If you want to accept payments, you're going to need the Pro version of the plugin. And I'm going to go over here to All Forms. And I'm going to show you a little bit in the one that I already have set up, because that's going to be helpful. Up top here, I basically can just add different containers. And I've got all these different input fields over here. And up top, I've got a custom HTML block, which you can find right here. And I've entered this text using my heading 1. So in order to format the text the easy way inside these forms, you're going to need to use your default typographies on your WordPress website in the Appearance Customize section. Down here for my Terms and Conditions section, what I've got here is heading 6. And you'll notice that the text is pretty small. I've relegated my heading number 6 to be this really small text that I use only for this purpose. And another thing that's going to happen is when you're building your form, I've got an email address form here. I've got name fields, and basically what I've done is I've created a first name field separate from a last name field. And then to take payments, you go into your advanced fields and they're separate now. You've got a payments field here, right? So payment method field, you're gonna need, I've added a country field up here from advanced, I believe, or in general fields. This is in here somewhere. Address fields, yeah, address fields. I've modified that to include just the country. And this isn't necessary, but I've chosen to add it. Over here we've got the payment item, which is, I believe, is going to be the payment field, right? So your payment item is going to be where you set your price. And then I've got the terms and conditions section. And you can see down here at my button, it says pay now. And then I've got this sort of payment total code here inside the button that helps display the actual payment total. And so what I've done is I've hidden this box from the form. You can see here above my terms and conditions form, there should be this payment item form, but I've hidden it. And I've hidden that over here in settings and integrations, custom CSS, with this little bit of CSS. And I will include that below the video so you can use it. You just have to know the number of your form. Fluent, in my case, this is Fluent Form 7. Visibility collapse, visibility hidden, max height 0. And what I've done to make this simple for myself is I've added a container class to my form called hidden. So the way to do that is to come back over here in the editor, and I select this payment item form, and I go down here to advanced options, and right here you see container class. I've just added hidden. I typed that in and given this class to this box, and now my custom CSS will hide this for me. Just for example, if I delete that, you can see over here when I refresh the form that payment item's here. And I just think that that's kind of clunky. I didn't like it. You know, I added the price up here. You can add whatever you want up here. I think it's nice to just stick it right in the button. You can see that little piece of code working down there nicely for us. And then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to make this work again. Save CSS. Refresh it. We can see that it's working again. So now the other way that I've tried to make this form look really nice over here in official is I've found that the custom advanced customization makes the form fields look the nicest. If you go to default, you can see that these change. Modern bold, modern light, bootstrap. I like this one the best. And I don't change anything over here in the general section, but I do go over here in miscellaneous and I go to the container styles. I give it a little bit of margin, 10 across the board, some padding, 40 across the board, and then I enable the form border. I've chosen a solid border with a width of 2 pixels and a border radius of 5. You can copy that if you want. I thought it looked nice. Some people will use dashed lines. That looks pretty good too. It's very attractive to the eye. And then you're going to style your button over here in the editor. Basically, I've chosen a color, a hover state. I've made it slightly less wide. I've chosen the large button. I haven't really done any other editing than that. Let's just double check. Yeah, I haven't edited the button. It's basically the default button where you just choose the colors. Oh, you know what I might have done? It actually is added some, I wonder if I added some shadow to this button. No, it doesn't look like I have. There's no shadowing options in here, so basically the default button, just choose your color. Now, ultimately, to make this work, you're going to need to go into the settings and integration settings. You can create a same page confirmation that gets displayed immediately in place of where your form was. I like to redirect people to a success page, give them instructions to go check their email after they've purchased. You know, I can use Fluent CRM to create an automation that as soon as they purchase this product, they immediately get an email regarding whatever it is they've purchased. And then the primary thing is in payment settings, you're going to connect your payment processor. You can use PayPal, Stripe, I think Razor, some other things. They've got a pretty robust selection going. Email notifications, I can set up. So I can set up my autoresponder here. So actually what I did is I created an autoresponder here that goes directly to the person that purchased it. And basically there's a send to section here, select a field, and whatever email they entered, it will go to. I've basically chosen to send my email in a raw HTML format because the default email that sends out is a little bit ugly. And this can be worked around in two ways, where basically you write up your email here in this text file, and then when you're done writing it up, you just click send as raw HTML format, and then you add your p-style font size here in the beginning of your HTML, and that will make your email send as a beautiful, normal looking plain text email. If you don't do that, it'll be a sort of boxed HTML email with like a pink background that doesn't look so great. The other way to work around that is to not send out an email notification here and basically tag people when they use this form. There's a way to do that somehow. Marketing CRM integrations. So you can, in your integration with the CRM, you can give the contact a tag. So the other way to work around this is you give the contact a tag, Then you go into Fluent CRM and you basically create an automation that allows you, whenever a tag is applied, to automatically send an email, and it will give you the option to create a beautiful email in there just by typing it in. So those are the ways to work around the sort of ugly default notification emails that are sent out in Fluent Forms Pro. That's an unfortunate thing that needs to be worked around for now. Maybe they'll update that in the future, but for now it's pretty easy to work around. Other things to note is that, I glossed over this, you need to set up your integration into your CRM. And you basically add a new thing, you map your fields, you set email here, first name, last name, you choose which list you want people to go to, you give them a tag, and then there's a couple different options here. I don't want to go too much into this stuff because the primary point of this video is to create a beautiful checkout form here. And basically we've done that. People will fill out this form. They'll click the privacy policy. They'll click pay now. And if you set it up right, they'll get redirected to a success page that tells them, congrats, you did it. And then they'll get an email with their product or further instructions. So that is how you make a beautiful checkout page using the WordPress Gutenberg editor and Fluent Forms. And if you're tired of clunky funnel building software or third-party checkout software and third-party email marketing software, and you just want to handle your email marketing right inside WordPress, you want to handle your payments, simple payments, right inside WordPress, I recommend checking out this option. Again, I mentioned that you can create different types of payments here. Let's go back in and check that out real quick. If I go to the payment item, you can see here that I can do what do we got here? Payment item. Single item radio selection, payment amount required, input fields. Let's go to, they are separate fields now. Okay, so payment field will be a single payment option. If you want to create a payment plan or a subscription/membership, you're going to use the subscription field. And what you can do here is you can set the price, you can set daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly billing intervals, you can create free trials, you can create basically a payment plan by saying it has a sign-up fee. So it'll be $100 to start, and then $100 for 2 billing cycles, and it's $100 a month, and initial sign-up fee of $100, and total billing times 2. And then I just always click required, and basically you can set up payment plans or subscription fees or memberships, and this all goes right into your Stripe dashboard that's linked to your bank account, and you don't have to deal with any third-party software anymore with the exception of this plugin. And you can handle your payments and your email marketing and managing your clients all right inside WordPress. So if you have any further questions or want any clarity about any of this stuff, just drop them in the comments below. If you have some different software that you like for taking simple payments in your business, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, share it, show some love, And until next time, I'm Kevin Hood. Lots of love. Have a good one.